If you're over 70, or you've got someone in your life who is, this one's especially for you. We're talking about how what you eat can totally shake up your world in a good way. Picture this: hitting 100 with a sharp mind and a body that still feels good. Sounds amazing, right? Well, that's what we're unpacking today. Simple secrets to boost your energy and keep you feeling alive every single day. If you love practical health tips, tap that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe so you don't miss out. It really helps us keep bringing you this kind of stuff. More good vibes are on the way, so stick around. Now, here's a question for you. Ever think about why some foods hit you harder as you age? That's what we're digging into today. We've got a list of 10 everyday foods you might want to rethink if you're over 70. These aren't just random picks. They can mess with your energy, your heart, even how you feel day to day. And this isn't me guessing. It's straight from a doctor who's lived over 100 years and seen it all. So, if you're serious about feeling your best, get comfy and listen up. A few smart swaps could be the key to a happier, healthier you. Oh, and before we start, where are you joining from today? Drop a comment below. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. All right, let's kick off. Number 1, white bread and refined pasta. You know these guys, right? They're the classics, your go-to for a quick sandwich, a slice of toast, or a cozy spaghetti night. But here's the catch. These foods come from grains that have been stripped down, losing most of their fiber and nutrients along the way. You might be thinking, hey, they're soft, easy to eat. What's the big deal? Fair point. They are easy on your system. Too easy, actually. They break down super fast in your body, sending your blood sugar on a wild ride. You get that quick burst of energy, boom, and then just as fast, you're crashing, feeling wiped out. Now, if you're over 70, this roller coaster isn't just annoying, it's something to watch out for. As we age, our bodies aren't as great at juggling blood sugar anymore. That means those spikes and dips can leave you tired, cranky, or even set you up for bigger issues down the road, like type 2 diabetes. Not exactly the vibe we're going for, right? And here's the kicker. White bread and refined pasta, they're basically empty calories. They fill you up, sure, but they're not bringing much to the table. No vitamins, no minerals, no fiber. Keep leaning on them, and you might notice the scale creeping up or your body just not feeling its best. So, what's the fix? Swap them out for whole grain versions. Whole grain bread and pasta are loaded with fiber, which keeps things steady. No more blood sugar chaos. Plus, they've got the good stuff. B vitamins, iron, magnesium, all the fuel you need to keep going strong. Quick tip when you're at the store, check the label. Look for 100% whole grain or whole wheat right at the top of the ingredients list. And if you're up for it, why not mix it up? Quinoa, brown rice, even chickpea pasta. These options are tasty and way better for you. Here's the deal. White bread and refined pasta might be quick and familiar, but they're not looking out for you, especially as you get older. Make a simple switch, and you'll feel the difference in your energy, your mood, your whole day. Pretty worth it, right? All right, moving on to number 2, sugary cereals. Oh man, these take me back. Those bright, colorful boxes, the crunchy bites, the promise of a fun breakfast. Hard to resist. But let's be real. While they might feel like a quick win in the morning, they're loaded with added sugar, and that's where things get tricky. Sugar's not the bad guy on its own, but when it's the star of your cereal bowl, it's a bit of a troublemaker. Here's what happens. You dig in, and all that sugar sends your blood sugar shooting up fast. You're buzzing for a minute, feeling great. And then, bam, it drops. Suddenly you're dragging, maybe a little foggy, wondering why you're so wiped out before lunch. If you're over 70, this up and down game hits harder. Our bodies just don't bounce back from those swings as easily as we age. Steady energy? That's the goal, to keep you moving, sharp, and in the game all day. Sugary cereals aren't helping with that. And here's the other thing, they're usually missing the good stuff like whole grains and fiber. Without those, you're hungry again in no time, raiding the kitchen for a snack. Keep that up and it's easy to see how the pounds might sneak on. So, what's the move? Go for cereals that dial down the sugar and crank up the fiber. Check the box. Whole grains should be the first thing listed, and aim for less than 5 grams of sugar per serving. Here's a little hack. If you're hooked on that sweet vibe, mix a bit of your old favorite with a healthier pick. Ease into it, tweak the mix over time, and soon you'll be all in on the better stuff. Oh, and toss in some extras to keep you going. Think a handful of nuts, a scoop of Greek yogurt, or some banana slices. That's your power-up right there. Bottom line, sugary cereals might be a nostalgia trip, but they're not your friend as you get older. Swap them for something lower in sugar and higher in fiber, and you'll kick off your day feeling strong, full, and ready for anything. Let's roll into number 3, processed meats. Oh, these are the heavy hitters, aren't they? Hot dogs, bacon, deli slices, sausages, that pepperoni on your late-night pizza. They're tasty, they're easy, and they've probably been a go-to for you more times than you can count. But here's the deal. If you're over 70, these might not be your best buddies anymore. First up, the salt situation. Processed meats are practically swimming in sodium. It's what keeps them fresh and pumps up the flavor. A little salt? No biggie. But when it's piling up like this, it's a whole different game. Too much sodium can crank up your blood pressure and put your heart through the ringer. High blood pressure's no joke. It's a fast track to heart disease or even a stroke. And as we get older, our bodies get pickier about salt, so it's worth keeping tabs on it. But wait, there's more. Those preservatives, nitrates and nitrites, give these meats their long shelf life and that nice rosy color. Handy, sure, but not so great when you're eating them all the time. Studies suggest that over the long haul, these can stir up trouble, linking processed meats to stuff like heart issues and even some cancers. Not exactly what you want on your plate every day. So, what's the play here? You don't have to swear off processed meats forever. Let's not get dramatic. Just treat them like a once-in-a-while indulgence instead of your everyday go-to. When you do go for it, pair them with something better, like swapping out the deli ham for grilled chicken or turkey breast on your sandwich. Feeling adventurous? Hummus or avocado can step up to the plate too. Quick shopping tip: hunt down low-sodium versions or nitrate-free options. Peek at the label, aim for under 400 milligauss of sodium per serving. Oh, and if you're up for it, try making your own twist at home. Homemade turkey bacon, easier than you'd think, and you're the boss of what goes in. Here's the takeaway. Processed meats might taste amazing and save you time, but they're not doing your heart, or the rest of you, any favors as you age. Dial them back. Mix in some smarter picks, and you'll still enjoy your food while keeping your body happy. Here we are at number 4, fried foods. Oh, these are the champs of comfort, right? French fries, fried chicken, onion rings, those crunchy snacks you can't resist. They've got that golden, crispy magic that's tough to say no to. But here's the flip side. As tasty as they are, they're not exactly cheering for your health, especially if you're over 70. Let's unpack this. When food hits the fryer, it soaks up a ton of oil. Hello, unhealthy fats. We're talking trans fats and saturated fats, the kind that don't play nice with your heart. They jack up your LDL cholesterol, the bad stuff, while tanking the good HDL cholesterol. That's a recipe for heart trouble or even a stroke, and when you're over 70, keeping your ticker in top shape is non-negotiable. But it's not just your heart taking the hit. All that fat can slow your digestion to a crawl. Ever feel bloated or off after a fried feast? Yeah, that's it. As we age, our stomachs get a little pickier, so piling on greasy food can leave you uncomfortable, or worse. And here's the bigger picture. Make fried stuff a habit, and you're looking at weight creeping up, maybe even diabetes or achy joints. Plus, these foods are calorie bombs with barely any nutrients. You're full, sure, but your body's still hungry for the good stuff it needs. So, what's the move? You don't have to ditch the crispy life completely. Just switch up how you get there. Skip the deep fryer and try baking, grilling, steaming, or popping things in an air fryer. You'll still get that crunch you crave without drowning in oil. Quick tip: craving fries? Slice up some sweet potatoes, toss them in the oven, or air fry some zucchini chips. Same vibe, way less baggage. Eating out? Go for grilled or roasted over fried. It's an easy win. Oh, and lean into whole foods too. Pair that grilled chicken with some steamed veggies or a salad. Trust me, your taste buds will catch up, and you might even start loving it more. Here's the deal. Fried foods are a treat, no doubt, but they're not looking out for you as you age. Cut back, play with healthier cooking tricks, and you'll keep your heart happy, your digestion smooth, and your whole self feeling better. On we go. Number 5, soda and sugary drinks. These are the sneaky ones, aren't they? A cold cola, a sweet iced tea, maybe a fruity punch. They're refreshing, they're fizzy, and they go down so easy. But here's the real talk. These drinks are hiding some serious downsides, especially if you're over 70. Let's start with the big one, sugar. We're talking a lot of it. One can of soda can pack 40 grams. Picture 10 teaspoons dumped right in there. Gulp that down, and your blood sugar shoots up fast. You're buzzing for a hot minute, but then it crashes hard. Suddenly you're dragging, tired, grumpy, just off. Sound familiar? That roller coaster isn't just a one-time thing. Keep sipping these sugary drinks and it starts wearing on you. Over time, it can mess with your insulin, pushing you toward type 2 diabetes. For anyone over 70, keeping your blood sugar steady isn't just nice. It's a must for staying energized and feeling good. And here's the kicker. These drinks are calorie traps. All that sugar adds up fast, but it's not giving you anything useful. No vitamins, no minerals, no fiber. Just empty calories piling on, making it tougher to keep your weight in check. And as we age, that extra weight can really slow you down. So, what's the fix? Swap them out for something better. Water's your MVP here. 0 sugar, 0 calories, all hydration. Not a fan of plain. Toss in some lemon, lime, or berries for a little zing. Quick tip. If soda's your habit, don't go cold turkey. Ease off it. Cut back from 2 cans a day to 1, then sub in water or something like herbal tea or sparkling water for the other. You'll get there, and it won't feel like a chore. Low sugar or sugar-free options can work too. Just watch out with artificial sweeteners. They might keep you chasing that sweet fix if you're not careful. Here's the deal. Soda and sugary drinks might hit the spot, but they're not doing you any favors as you age. Switch to water or something unsweetened, and you'll keep your energy steady, ditch the empty calories, and feel sharper all around. Let's roll on. Number 6, fast food. It's everywhere, isn't it? Quick, easy, and yeah, it usually tastes pretty darn good. But here's the thing, that convenience comes with a catch, especially if you're over 70. Let's break it down. Fast food's packed with the triple threat, salt, sugar, and unhealthy fats. That combo's what hooks you. It's why that burger or those fries hit the spot. But it's also a slow burn on your health. All that sodium, it's a blood pressure booster and not in a good way. Think heart disease or stroke territory. The fats, usually from frying or sketchy ingredients, pile onto your cholesterol and your waistline. And the sugar, sneaking in through sauces, buns, even the soda, spikes your blood sugar, then leaves you crashed out. Then there's how it's made. Fast food's all about speed, so it's often deep-fried or thrown together with processed stuff that's had the nutrients stripped out. You're left with a meal that fills your stomach, but starves your body of the vitamins, minerals, and fiber it's begging for. If you're over 70, leaning on fast food too much is like rolling the dice. Our bodies just don't handle that junk as well as we age. Those risks for heart issues, diabetes, or extra weight start climbing fast. So, what's the move? You don't have to ditch convenience, just tweak it. Skip the drive-thru and whip up something simple at home with fresh ingredients. You're the boss of what goes in, and your body gets the good stuff it needs to keep humming. Quick tip, pressed for time, try meal prepping. Spend a couple hours on the weekend. Grill some chicken, roast veggies, simmer a big pot of soup. Portion it out and boom, you've got grab-and-go meals that actually fuel you. On the run, stash some nuts, fruit, or whole-grain crackers in your bag. Beats the fast food trap every time. And if you're stuck at a fast food joint, play it smart. Go grilled over fried, ditch the sugary drinks, swap fries for a salad. Little swaps, big payoff. Here's the deal. Fast food's a lifesaver sometimes, but it's not worth the hit to your health as you age. Stick to fresh, home-cooked vibes, and you'll keep your energy up, your body strong, and your life feeling a whole lot brighter. Let's keep going. Number 7, high-sodium canned soups. These are the unsung heroes of a quick meal, right? Pop open a can, heat it up, and you've got something warm and cozy in minutes. They even feel kind of healthy compared to other grab-and-go stuff. But here's the sneaky part. A lot of these soups are absolutely loaded with sodium, and that's where they trip you up, especially if you're over 70. So what's the deal with all that salt? It's there to keep the flavor popping and the soup shelf stable. Tastes great, sure, but some of these cans pack so much sodium, one serving might hit nearly half your daily limit. That's wild when you think about it. For anyone over 70, that's a red flag. Too much sodium jacks up your blood pressure, putting your heart under pressure and upping your odds of heart disease or a stroke. It can also leave you feeling bloated or puffy. Nobody's signing up for that. And here's the kicker. As we age, our bodies aren't as slick at handling extra salt, so it's smart to watch it. What's the play here? You don't have to ditch soup, it's too good for that. Just get crafty with it. Making your own at home is the way to go. You call the shots on the salt and it's easier than you think. Quick tip, start simple. Toss some onions, garlic and whatever veggies you've got into a pot, pour in some low-sodium broth and add a little chicken or beans for protein. Skip the salt shaker and lean on herbs, thyme, rosemary, maybe a pinch of cumin or paprika. It'll taste so good you won't miss the sodium. No time to cook? Scout out low-sodium or no-salt-added cans at the store. Just double-check the label because low can still sneak up on you. Or stretch a canned soup by mixing in water or low-sodium broth to cut the salt. Bonus move, whip up a big batch of homemade soup and freeze it in portions. Healthy comfort food, ready whenever. Here's the takeaway. High-sodium canned soups might save you time, but they're not doing your heart any favors as you age. Go homemade or low sodium and you'll get all the cozy vibes without the salt overload. Your body's going to love you for it. Onward. All right, we're at number 8, salty snacks. You know the ones, chips, crackers, pretzels, those crunchy little bites you grab when hunger hits between meals. They're quick, they're tasty, and they've got that satisfying snap. But here's the rub. They're usually drowning in salt, and that's a problem, especially if you're over 70. What's the deal? Salt's the star of the show here. It's what makes these snacks pop. A little's no biggie, but when you're munching handfuls, it adds up fast. Too much sodium can nudge your blood pressure up, and that's a straight line to heart trouble or a stroke. As we age, our bodies get touchier about salt, so those numbers can climb easier than you'd like. And it's not just the salt sneaking around. These snacks are usually light on the good stuff. Vitamins, minerals, fiber, barely there. They'll tide you over for a minute, sure, but they're tossing empty calories your way. Keep that habit going, and you might see the scale tip or just feel off over time. So what's the fix? You don't have to kick snacking to the curb, just tweak what you're grabbing. Swap out the salty stuff for something that's still got that vibe, but treats you better. Quick tip. Go for unsalted nuts or seeds. They've got the crunch, plus healthy fats, protein and nutrients to back it up. Just keep it to a small handful. Calories can stack up. Or try some fresh veggies. Slice up carrots, cucumbers or bell peppers and dip them in hummus, guac or a yogurt mix. You get the snap and a nutrition boost. Still want that snacky feel? Hunt down low-sodium or baked options like veggie chips or whole-grain crackers with no extra salt. Peek at the label, though. Some healthy picks can still pack a punch with sodium or funky fats. Here's the takeaway. Salty snacks might call your name, but they're not doing your heart or you any favors as you age. Reach for unsalted nuts, fresh veggies, or low-sodium swaps instead, and you'll scratch that itch while keeping yourself in solid shape. All right, we are at number 9, pastries and sweet-baked goods. Oh man, these are the tough ones to pass up, right? Cakes, cookies, donuts, muffins, those treats that practically whisper your name from the bakery aisle. They're pure comfort, tied to good times, and let's be real, they taste incredible. But here's the catch. They're packed with refined sugars, and unhealthy fats, and that's a combo that can trip you up, especially if you're over 70. Here's what's going on. That sugar rush? It hits fast. Bam, you're buzzing for a minute. But then your blood sugar takes a nosedive and suddenly you're wiped out, maybe a little cranky too. If you're older, that roller coaster can really throw you off, making it tough to keep your energy steady all day. And it's not just a quick crash. Keep indulging in these goodies, and the stakes get higher. Extra weight, a nudge toward type 2 diabetes, even some heart trouble down the line. They're calorie-heavy but nutrient-light, so you're full, but your body's still running on empty. No vitamins, no fiber, just not much to work with. So what's the move? You don't have to ban sweets forever. That's no fun. Just pivot to smarter picks. Fresh fruit's your new best friend, naturally sweet, loaded with vitamins and fiber, and no wild sugar spikes. Grab some berries, an apple, or a handful of grapes when the craving hits. Want that baked vibe? Make your own at home with better stuff. Swap refined flour for oats or whole wheat flour, cut the sugar back, or mix in mashed bananas, applesauce, or a drizzle of honey. It's still a treat, just kinder to you. Quick tip. Out in the wild and eyeing the bakery, go for something less processed. A whole grain muffin beats a frosted donut or a square of dark chocolate over a cake slice. Oh, and try this. Pair your sweet bite with some protein or healthy fat. A cookie with nuts, fruit with Greek yogurt. It keeps the sugar from running wild and your energy on lock. Here's the deal. Pastries and sweet baked goods might pull at your heartstrings, but they're not looking out for you as you age. Lean into fresh fruit or homemade tweaks with less sugar and whole grains, and you'll satisfy that craving while keeping yourself in good shape. All right, here we are at number 10, the big one, trans fats and hydrogenated oils. These sneaky culprits top our list for a reason. They're not just trouble. They're a full-on health hazard, especially if you're over 70. So what are they? Trans fats come from a process called hydrogenation, turning liquid oils into solid fats. It's a cheap trick that makes stuff like margarine, snack foods, fried goodies, and baked treats last forever on the shelf. Convenient? Sure. But here's the ugly truth. They're a disaster for your body. These fats are like a wrecking ball to your cholesterol. They jack up the bad, low-density lipoprotein cholesterol and tank the good, high-density lipoprotein cholesterol, basically setting the stage for heart disease and strokes, two things you really don't want knocking on your door as you age. And it's not just your heart. They stir up inflammation too, which can mess with your joints and slow you down. If you're over 70, your heart's already got enough to handle. Trans fats are the last thing it needs. So how do you dodge them? Step 1. Turn into a label sleuth. These fats love to hide, so scan those ingredient lists like a hawk. Spot partially hydrogenated oil or hydrogenated oil. That's your cue. Trans fats are in there, even if the front says 0 grams trans fat. Yep, there's a loophole. Under 0.5 grams per serving, they can play innocent. Don't fall for it. Quick tip, stick to whole, unprocessed foods as your go-to. Ditch the margarine and grab olive oil, avocado oil, or even a dab of butter instead. For snacks, pick stuff with ingredients you can actually pronounce, or better yet, whip up your own. Love cookies? Bake some at home with coconut oil or applesauce. You skip the trans fats and call the shots on sugar too. Here's the deal. Trans fats and hydrogenated oils are straight-up bad news, some of the worst stuff you can eat, especially as you age. Check those labels, lean into real foods, and ditch the processed junk. Your heart'll stay stronger, inflammation'll chill out, and you'll keep feeling your best. And that's our top 10 foods to steer clear of if you're over 70. Thanks for sticking with us on this ride to better health. Every little tweak you make, like swapping sugary snacks for fruit, picking whole grains over refined carbs, or kicking trans fats to the curb, adds up big time. You're building a healthier, happier you, one smart choice at a time. These tips, they're here to boost your energy, keep your heart humming, and make life feel a bit smoother. If this hit the spot for you, drop a like and hit subscribe. We've got more straightforward health hacks coming your way. Your support keeps us going. Take it easy, be good to yourself, and keep your body first. Catch you in the next one. Here's to thriving, one bite at a time.